All right, hey y'all. Welcome back to my journey with The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This past week, we're checking in with week number 10. We were recovering a sense of self-protection. So this is talking about all the things that we tell ourselves to help keep ourselves safe and keep ourselves from taking the risks that we want and need to take to be our most fun, creative, authentic selves. So Cameron's talking about, anything is fine in moderation, but don't obsess, right? So just like with anything else, don't obsess about fear, because obsession blocks fear and prevents risk. She's talking about workaholics a lot of the times tend to throw themselves into their work so that they can distract themselves from creating. Workaholics often say how they don't have time to do the creative things in life that they want to do because they're too busy working, and they have to work because they have to please these other people. It's always about other people. The object of all of this blocking is to alleviate fear. We turn to our drug of choice to block our creativity whenever we experience the anxiety of our inner emptiness. It is always fear, often disguised, but always there, and it leads us into grabbing for a block. Blocked, we know who and what we are. We are unhappy people. Unblocked, we may be something much more threatening. Happy. For most of us, happy is terrifying, unfamiliar, out of control. It's too risky. She's reminding us that being blocked is a choice. We are choosing to stay blocked because we believe that we are being paid out by being safe. We're staying blocked, so we're staying safe because we're not taking any risks. The obsession blocks fear and prevents risk. So it is the abuse of them that makes them creativity issues. The abuse of your obsessions, right? So make sure whatever you're obsessing over isn't, an obsession to the point where you don't have time or you're not choosing to make time for literally anything else. And she goes on to talk about workaholism. The phrase, "I am working," has a certain unassailable air of goodness and duty to it. Society has taught us that we're supposed to be workaholics, essentially. It's okay to not do something if the reason is because you have to work. Play can make a workaholic very nervous. Fun is scary. Fun leads to creativity. It leads to rebellion. It leads to feeling our own power, and that is scary. Earlier in the book, she was talking about how a lot of the times when kids tell their parents, "I'm going to be a creative person," the parents are like, not always right away supportive because they don't understand exactly what that means. And parents just want their children to be safe. So them being afraid of you choosing an artistic career path is just their way of showing that they love you and that they care. So tell your friends, tell your kids. Be like, "Hey, mom, dad not exactly supportive right away. It's not because they're mean. It's because they love the heck out of you. That's a good thing." Anyways, fear, don't take risks, stay safe. Everyone just wants to be safe. Everyone wants their loved ones to be safe, yada, yada, yada. What else did I take away from this? Fame is not the same as success. Boy, let me tell you, so many times I have to explain to non-actor friends and people about how there is a difference between a celebrity and an actor, because not everybody understands that, especially when first meeting someone. "Oh, you're an actress? What have I seen you in?" I think we've had this conversation before, how it upsets me that I have to explain to people, me telling you I am an actor does not give you the green light to ask me about my resume. This is a casual conversation. I'm saying, hey, we're getting to know each other. I'm not trying to get you to hire me for a job, right? Not trying to brag about what I've done, not trying to feel bad about the things I have yet to do that I may still want to do. you reminding me that I have yet to be on an episode of Chicago PD is not going to make me feel good, and it's not a conversation that I want to have. Don't do it. Yeah, so not all actors are celebrities. That being said, just because you are not famous does not mean that you do not matter. You matter. You are important. You have creative thoughts and feelings and ideas, and you see the world in a way that nobody but you sees. And you are the only one who can show the rest of the world what you see and how you see it. We need your perspective. Everyone in the world, we are all brought together through stories. You are your own unique person with your own story to tell. Tell it however you choose, whatever creative medium you want. But tell it. Don't be afraid to share with the world who you are, what you see, what you think, what you feel, and what you know. We want to know. Even if we don't know yet that we want to know. We want to know. That's the importance of art, everybody. It is very important, I promise you. She's talking about don't lose focus. Competition lies at the root of much creative blockage. That's where that imposter syndrome comes in, right? Just because you compared to someone else are not at a certain level yet in your life, and you don't look a certain way or you don't do a certain thing, it doesn't make you better or worse than anyone or everyone else. It makes you who you are. Paint with the colors you've been given, right? Live your life to the best of your ability with what you have and who you are. Life is what you make it, essentially. The desire to be better than can choke off the simple desire to simply be. Let us concern ourselves first and foremost with what is within us that is struggling to be born. Okay, so again, it's a choice to stay blocked. You can choose to unblock yourself by fully embracing yourself and what you have to offer to the world. A lot of times when we lose focus, we're focused on other things and other people. Try to remember to return that focus to yourself.